Hi YouTube world, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. I am Adrienne, I live in New York City and I love playing with makeup. And this is my week in makeup series. This is truly my week in makeup because these are products I have been trying and testing out this week, and I seem to keep going back to them. And so I thought I would just apply them on my face and let you know what I've been loving and just catch up a little because I know it's been some time. I don't have anything on my face right now, so I'm just going to quickly put on a little bit of the Bobbi Brown Vitamin-Enriched face base. This is a favorite. I have a little mini size here, but I have a full size in front of me that I actually just bought. I hope everyone is doing well. This product to me is just so deeply hydrating. I have been known to use it as a night cream because I like it that much. I love the scent. It's just this sort of bright citrus, and it doesn't mess around with my skin. And it makes makeup look really nice. And I've been doing some major decluttering and really being thoughtful about the products that come in to my collection. And I'm surprised I picked this up, but I don't know, something made me buy it. This is the new Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. I picked mine up in 4 Fair. I'm gonna put it on. I'm just very surprised by this product. Applies so smoothly. It's a really good skin match. Like, you could kind of see it there. You can almost not see where it is except that it's so glowy. You can blend this out with your fingers pretty nicely. And it just gives this really deep glow. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is too much glow. And I think it is a lot of glow if maybe you were wearing it on its own. But I have found it's a great layering product. And since I don't love highlight, I love how glowy this makes my skin. And then when I layer products above it, the glow still peeks through, and it actually, I think, gives my skin a lot of vitality. So right now it's very shiny. Don't worry, that's about to change. The product I've been using most with it has been the Gellar Baked Balance and Brighten, and I wear mine in the shade Fair. Shades in this formula lean darker than you think. So this is much darker than you would imagine. I like to take my fluffy, this is a Tarte brush that I really love for powder foundation, and I just sort of load it up and I will press it into my skin. And I find that this gives me a decent amount of coverage. So I'm just gonna focus in on the center part of my face where I kind of naturally get the shiniest. Just like that, I took that Tint from Charlotte Tilbury and this powder foundation, and I just think they work really well together. I left some of the more sheeny parts around the perimeter of my face, and I just think it gives my skin a lot of oomph. So that's how I've been using that product from Charlotte Tilbury and rediscovering my love for the Gellar. Every time I pick up the Gellar product, it's one of those that's like, why am I not wearing this every day? I don't understand. It's so good. I also worked on a video which I posted recently about Jones Road Beauty, and this is the bronzer in light tan. This is my favorite matte bronzer because it is not a flat matte and it's a really good color on me. And I can apply this and be more heavy-handed, and I feel like it really just looks so good. It almost has a little bit of a bronzy rose quality, and you can see I love it so much. You see the rings are coming, which for me is like, wow, for me to finish a bronzer. And actually doing that video of Jones Road inspired me to do a lot of decluttering. I did so much decluttering of my blush drawer, bronzers, because I really wasn't using the products that I had. I've rediscovered a lot of beautiful products. So one of those is this blush by KVD Beauty. This is the Everlasting Blush in Honeysuckle. I love this color. This is a beautiful matte blush. And I'm using matte products because, again, I have a natural sheen from that Charlotte Tilbury product, and I really just don't need more. And it brings the sheen down a little, but still, do you see there's just like a natural glow. I also love how this color blends with the bronzer. So it's almost an extension of the bronzer, but it has a bit more tan peach tone to it, and it's very effortless. And I've been trying to go for more of the effortless beauty this week especially. I've had a rough couple of weeks. I actually cracked my tooth. Ugh, it was awful. I had to have the tooth pulled out. I'm still healing. It's a whole thing. The lesson for anyone out there, if you are waking up with a headache and feel like a lot of pressure in your jaw during the day, go see a doctor or get a night guard before you crack your tooth. Because who knew that that could happen? I did not know that that was a thing, but it's a thing. For eyebrows, I've gone back to my KVD Beauty. This is no longer, but it's just the Browstruck in light brown. I love this product. I can't find a brow powder I like better. And for me, brow powder is the fastest way to apply an eyebrow. Like, that's very fast. I have been using this to set my brows a bit, the NYX Control Freak. I really don't like this. It doesn't do much. And yeah, I've had this for a while, like wanting to try it, and I finally cracked it open, and I have not been impressed with it at all. First, I think that the wand is way too long. I mean, look, it covers essentially the entire brow, and the actual product itself doesn't have that much of a hold, or it's like inconsistent. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I know it's a great price point, but it's just not as good as the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. I love that one. I think that one's great. I'm gonna use my About Face eyeshadow primer. This is a great eyeshadow primer. Eyeshadow palettes, I'm gonna do a huge declutter soon, mainly because I have been playing around with eyeshadow palettes and I have been refining my tastes a little bit in terms of like what I actually wear and use versus just having a collection of everything. I just realized that doesn't bring me any happiness. It brings me a lot of anxiety, in fact. And when I do pick up a new shadow palette, I really think about it. I rarely now kind of see a release and immediately buy it. I sit with it. I really look at other people's reviews. I see if it's not something I already have. And so I did bite the bullet and buy a very expensive eyeshadow palette, but oh boy, have I been loving this. This is by Byredo. It's a mirrored cover, but it has these like stones in the front. And this is called the Mineralscapes. I have actually never used any makeup by Byredo. I adore their fragrances though. I adore. My favorite being Bal D'Afrique, if you're ever curious. They're really incredible fragrances, and I love the story behind each fragrance. And so this is the shadow palette. It is this gorgeous metallic, but it's not unflattering metallic. They're kind of very smooth metallics. There are different formulations. Like, I've swatched all of these and the formulation varies, and there aren't very many mattes. I wish maybe there was just one more matte, like they would have swapped out one of these golds for a different matte, maybe a matte green. But these here are extremely pigmented. This is like a green and a navy, and they essentially work like a matte, although they're not a matte. They're more like creamy. There's this matte and this matte. Those are like kind of the mattes. But because they have this creaminess to them, this texture, it's super flattering. I find that you can wear a few of these on your eyes and they're very impactful, and it's super easy. It's super easy to do your makeup. I am going to show you how simple. I want to try maybe a combination I haven't tried before. Maybe I'll do this like smoky steel color. So you see that had some shimmer in it, but it disperses and it's not like metal, metal, metal. So you can really layer these up. I'm gonna take one of the mattes, the gray matte that sits right next to it. They can be a little dusty, so I do find myself having to take them off. But they're just such a dream to blend. And what I like about it is the gray is a neutral leaning gray, so it isn't unflattering. Grays can be quite unflattering sometimes. And so I ended up wearing eyeshadow every single day going to the office, and I got so many compliments on my eye looks. So many people are like, wow, you really did yourself up today. But it isn't. It's really like a 2-3 minute thing, but it feels like the look of it feels so much more complex. So I'm now putting sort of this darker gunmetal just on the outside. And I'm telling you, these shadows are so creamy, you can use your finger. You can use your finger to apply everything, which I'm a big fan of. I know there are a lot of people who are like, no, brushes or sponges. I love applying makeup with my fingers. For me, there's nothing that like makes a product blend better, really warm up the skin, and just look natural. I like finishing with a brush sometimes, but the initial application, it's just fingers, your hands are clean, who cares? There's this rosy color here that has a little more metallic sheen, and I'm just gonna put that in the first third of the eye to brighten it up. And there you have it. It's just this like pinky gray wash, and it was so fast. I love this. I love this so much. I don't feel so bad that I spent Pat McGrath money on that. The mascara I have been loving has been the Jones Road Beauty. I just think for my eye shape, it really works well. And for my eyelashes, makes my lashes look very kind of curved, and I like the fullness it builds, and because it has this very dramatic wand, and you can even use the back of the wand to push your lashes up. And I find by that concentrating on the edge of my lashes like this, like kind of the outer part, creates a very kind of false lash effect, like you just put a few little pieces in. So there you go. Really good mascara. I'm liking it even more and more. I think when I did the Jones Road Beauty, I said it's a good mascara, but is it worth it? I'm now edging into the territory, which always happens when you start to use products too much, of like, maybe it is worth it. I love it that much. So warning, I have also been having fun rediscovering my eyeliners. So I'm gonna try one today. This is called Disco from Stila. It's this one here. And this is a metallic silver eyeliner. So I'm gonna put some right in that inner corner. These are great eyeliners. Stila makes great eyeliners. These are the graphic liners, and I really just like how some of the tones that were released. There were these really beautiful, highly metallic ones. I haven't really found a metallic like that. I also find that just having a little pop of eyeliner, even in the inner corner or along the lash band or wherever you can kind of squeeze it in, elevates an eyeshadow look. This is the Ole Henrickson Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment in Strawberry Sorbet, this one here. I fought to get this into my life because it was sold out after the Sephora sale. Normally I do not like strawberry scented things, though strawberries are one of my favorite fruits, because I feel like they just smell so false. The only kind of fake strawberry scent I've ever loved has been like from Strawberry Shortcake, this little doll we had growing up where you would like squeeze her tummy and she would poof out air, and that air was scented. That scent I actually love, but the scents of other products, other strawberry products, are awful half the time. In fact, I recently picked up the Glossier Balm.com in strawberry, so I was like, ooh, strawberry. And now Balm.com from Glossier, sometimes they're so amazing. I love coconut, I really like their cherry, but the strawberry was awful. It was disgusting. But this, such a beautiful gloss formula. It has all of those wonderful skincare items, has a little bit of a tint in the lips, and it's so good. It's so nourishing, and it just puts this thick coating, and yet it doesn't get gloopy. I don't know how it does it. I don't know how it does it, but it stays on much longer than most. I hope that they come out with other scents and fragrances there. I have a few of them. I have the cocoa cream as well as the blood orange spritz. This is my favorite, but the strawberry's getting there. I feel like the strawberry for a nude is pretty amazing. So that is it for the makeup I've actually been wearing a lot. I have some videos coming up. I have a full review on the new Lisa Eldridge lip colors, all the shades swatched out, so stay tuned for that. Like I mentioned, eyeshadow declutter, I'm gonna film that because I feel like I'm very ready for it. It's been like over a year since my last declutter there, and I've also been still working through my lip collection. I have a huge declutter here, and I still want to get rid of more. I think other people have spring cleaning. I have summer cleaning. Like, summer is the time for me where I'm like, I want to be done with this, get this out of my life. I only want great things because I want to head into the fall with a lot of clarity, because for me, the fall is my time of year. So happy July 4th to those who celebrate the independence of the United States. And yeah, and we'll talk soon. Take care, everyone.